Good morning. Happy coffee talk. It's Tuesday, I guess. I don't know. Yes, it's Tuesday and it's cloudy. Not that you want the weather report for Washington State, but it's usually sunny in the summertime and now it's cloudy. Washington is definitely an all or nothing kind of state. It is either raining all day, every day, or it's sunny and hot and there's no rain in sight. And so that's what happens in the summertime. And although it's wonderful, it's also hard because I have to water my plants a lot. And so today I am grateful for a little bit of clouds and maybe some rain so that I don't have to water my plants. Coffee today is my Phineas and Ferb mug. Well, it's Black Rifle coffee in my Phineas and Ferb mug. I love this mug. I have had this for, I don't know, a decade. It's probably like leaching things into my coffee at this point because I've used it so much. Definitely some of the paint has been etched off the front. But it's one of my faves. And yeah, first, before we dive into the message, I just wanted to say thank you for listening to Coffee Talk. It means a lot to me. Last week we hit episode 500 and it was really special to hit that milestone. But most of all, it just matters to me that you get something out of this. I mean, your time really, truly is your most valuable asset of your entire day. I mean, you only get a certain amount of time and you can only give it to a certain amount of things and places. And so the fact that you listen to Coffee Talk really means a lot to me. So thank you for listening. And I love hearing from you. So if you like Coffee Talk and you enjoy the episodes, then I would love to hear from you. You can send me an email at christy@fitmenutrition.com. You can tag me on Instagram. You can do anything that lets me know that somehow that episode hit for you. And it just, again, like we can have a conversation about it. I would love to hear from you and I'll write you back. So thanks again for listening. But now let's dive into the topic of the day. I want to take you back a little bit to where I was when I was really stuck, because I've told this story on other people's podcasts, but I thought I would tell it to you just in case you hadn't heard it before. You know, I grew up as a kind of athletic kid, I would call it. So I grew up playing soccer year round, softball, all the sports. And I didn't particularly remember struggling with my weight growing up. I never remembered being like a small person, like a teeny tiny little waif or something, but I don't think I struggled with my weight. However, I grew up an 80s, 90s kid. So I grew up eating the Gushers, the Otis Spunkmeyer cookies, the junk food. I thought that, getting 4 pieces of Papa John's pizza and drinking a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper was just food. And I think it was a product of the times, but it was also a product of my mom being a single mom and not being there. And she struggled with food issues the majority of her life. And so we just ate a lot of processed junk, to be honest. And she was a hustler. She was busy working. So it's not like we had endless, home cooked, fresh vegetable kind of meals. And so I grew up thinking that, well, food looks like this: Pizza Hut, Burger King, Hamburger Helper, and cereal. And diet food or healthy food looks like Weight Watchers meals or Smart Ones or Slim Fast or spray butter or low fat crackers. I was like, okay, that's healthy food. And then this is real food. And so I'm so glad that I don't have to eat the quote healthy food. And that was the belief system that I had around food. That's what I thought. And so then I'm like, well, the only reason that you would eat those nasty, diet foods is if you need to lose weight. You need less calories. So you're going to go with the low calorie choice. And so I grew up kind of thinking that, but I just ignored it. And the very first time I was made aware of my weight was at the Naval Academy, because we had to wear a uniform. And we were actually, it's funny, at the Naval Academy, they fed us like we were 18-year-old men, except there was 15% women there. And so we also had to eat the food that they served. And so not only do women generally change between the ages of 18 and 21, that's kind of when women tend to put on a little bit more weight, but also the food. So that was the very first time I remember being aware of my weight and thinking, oh, I'm going to be overweight, and thinking I need to fight against being overweight. And I remember at the Naval Academy, having my first experience with trying to diet, and I would eat boiled chicken and hard-boiled eggs and what is that? Soy milk. It was so bizarre. You had to go stand like in the diet line, and they would give you your boiled chicken breasts from a giant pot that they had boiled them in, and, you know, some hard-boiled eggs and some soy milk, strangely. And I was like, oh, this is how you like monitor your weight. And then I would go and I loved soccer and sports, but I was thinking, oh, well, I have to lose weight, so I'm going to get on the elliptical machine. And I would just get on the elliptical machine and think, okay, well, how many calories do I need to burn so that I can lose weight? And I would think that thing. It was my first exposure to it. And I started playing the game of, oh, I'm getting overweight, and now I'm gonna restrict to this like disgusting diet food. And I would drink Slim Fast shakes. I would put them in my room, that kind of thing. Well, it wasn't until, if you fast forward, you know, a couple years later, that I'd had almost 10 knee surgeries at that point. So all of the fun fitnessy things that I like to do, like soccer, I really didn't think I could do anymore. And I had my first 2 children. I have 3 kids. They're 13, 11, and 3 now. But at the time, I'd had my first 2 kids. And my first son, I gained 60 pounds. And then I lost it doing Weight Watchers, because that's what I thought you do. You gain weight, you do Weight Watchers. That's how you get it to go away. And it went away. And then I got pregnant again, and I gained 50 pounds again. And I ate mostly Stouffer's mac and cheese my entire pregnancy, and just regular slices of cheese. I think I lived off entirely cheese. And I gained 50 pounds again, but this time I only lost 10. And then I got stuck. And I did Weight Watchers, and it lost and gained the same 5 pounds. And then I did Weight Watchers again. Didn't work. Did Weight Watchers again. Then I started thinking, okay, well, what do I need now? Like, I'm stuck. I should have lost this pregnancy weight already. We're, you know, a year plus after me having my son. And then I'm like, okay, I got to get it together. I'm 40 pounds overweight. And then I started thinking to myself, there's definitely something wrong with me. Like, I am either genetically predisposition to be overweight, or I don't have the discipline, or my body sucks and hates me, or I need some sort of magical thing. Like, somebody out there knows the solution that I need. I just don't know what it is. And so then I started looking for that solution. And so I bought, you know, the Wii Fit, and I would stand on it and let it like scan my body. And I would do 15 minutes of Wii Zumba or something. And then I would buy Brazilian butt lift, because I was like, oh, that's the thing I need. And I would buy all the supplements that go with it, because I'm like, these are the pills that I need. I bought an elliptical machine, and I put that in my room, because I was like, this is the cardio that I need. I joined a shake challenge, like an MLM shake challenge, because I was like, this must be the solution I need. I was desperately searching for something to get me out of that stuck place, because I was happy as a mom. I was happy as a professional, but I wasn't happy in my skin. I didn't feel like me. I would put clothes on and feel like I was hiding my body, and that the best that I could possibly do was look, quote, nice. Like, you look nice today. But I didn't feel like I looked, you know, good or confident or sexy or, you know, fit. None of those things. And I wanted to look like those things. I wanted to feel good in my clothes. And instead, I ordered clothes that covered me up, that looked, quote, nice. I just started to think that, okay, well, this is what it is. This is what mom life must be. You grow up, you have kids, and then you lose yourself. And I thought to myself, well, this is what adult life is. Everybody must struggle with their weight, because clearly, like, some people don't have to work hard at this. And that's what I thought. I remember taking pictures with my friends. At the time, they were mostly Navy spouses, and hiding in the back of the picture, because I was the chubby one of the group, and I couldn't figure it out. But I was like, I'm going to hide my disgusting legs back behind everyone else. And I remember going to Disney with my kids before my husband left on deployment. And at that point, they were 4 and 2. And we were taking pictures, and there was this giant dinosaur, and we all got together to take a picture, and I snuck myself behind the dinosaur so that all you could see was my head. It was like I was a floating head in the picture because I didn't want to see my body in the picture. So I was, instead of enjoying the moment at Disney where I was with my kids and my husband before he left on deployment, I was thinking to myself, how can I hide my body from this picture? That's the place that I was in. And these are all the things that I thought. I was thinking about, again, that this was just me. Like I was destined to be overweight, or that somehow my friends had better discipline than me because clearly I was missing something. I thought that all of those solutions were things that just hadn't worked yet for me, and that maybe if I just tried harder, they would work. And I was looking for a fix. I wanted to fix the way that I felt. But I don't know that I understood at all what I actually needed. These are just the things that I thought, but I wasn't happy in my body. In fact, all the time I thought about it. It started to steal my joy from my day. I would be thinking about that's like my weight or my body or how to lose weight all the time. And I couldn't find a solution. I couldn't find a fix. And so, to make a long story short, when my husband left on deployment, I moved home to Maryland. I moved into my high school bedroom with my 2 kids, my 2 dogs. and I thought to myself, okay, this is going to be the time that I'm going to lose the weight while he's gone. And nothing actually had changed in my mind. Nothing had changed in my mind. But I was like, let me go find a fix. So I walk into a gym, and it's a world gym, and I think to myself, okay, well, they better have the perfect classes. They better have childcare. They better have, it better be the right price. I was thinking of all the things that it better be so that it could facilitate my perfect scenario of like, will this work for me? And when I was in there, they were signing the 17-year-old, front desk person's like signing me up for my membership. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I wish I could just tell him that this is not me. Like, there's a lot of reasons that I'm here right now. All my surgeries, and then obviously having kids, and like, this isn't actually me. But I was, again, in this headspace where I was thinking to myself, this better work. They better have all the things that are going to make it work for me. And I was in such a transactional place. I remember going to one of my first step aerobics class, because I didn't even really like step aerobics, to be honest. If you like step aerobics, I like that you like step aerobics. I did not like step aerobics. I just thought that I needed to go there because it was cardio. So I was like, I need to go to a cardio class because I needed to lose weight. I remember going and doing the step aerobics class, feeling like embarrassed that I couldn't keep up and all that stuff, but like doing the class and then getting all sweaty and then walking straight to the bathroom and getting on the scale to see if it worked. Did it work? I was looking for that exchange. And so I really wasn't in a different headspace when I joined the gym. What changed for me, what the beginning of the change was, because there was no magic switch, PS. It was just something changed because I met a coach. And this coach, he's a personal trainer. He's not like Instagram famous or anything like that. He's just a regular guy, a real personal trainer. And he saw me in the gym and he invited me to his boot camp class in the park. And it was like freezing cold. And I, again, thinking to myself, all the reasons that I can't go. I can't take my kids to the park. It's cold outside. Like, I need childcare. I need warmth. I need cold. I need like the right temperature. I don't want to get dirty. Like, I don't even have any cash, and you want me to pay you in cash? Like, there was 75 million reasons why this particular thing wasn't going to be it. But I decided to go to that first class, and everything about it was terrible. Terrible. I mean, everything. It was the hardest possible class that you could ever do as a person who is ridiculously out of shape and has had 10 knee surgeries. I mean, we were doing burpees. We were doing these crazy bear crawl things, and the kind of things where the person behind you can look straight up your butt. And so you're like super embarrassed while you're doing it. And I remember thinking to myself, this class is friggin' awful, and I'm doing it, but this is terrible. But sometime during that class, I remember Dante is his name. He walked past me and I was doing something, and he looked at me and he goes, I see an athlete in there. And in that one moment, he saw in me the piece that I wanted back so desperately. And he could see it. I couldn't see it. I thought it was gone. I was focused on the fact that I couldn't do the burpee that we were doing and that I felt embarrassed that I couldn't even do one push-up and that maybe my knee was going to get hurt. And I was thinking to myself all of these things, but somehow this coach looked at me and saw potential, saw that in me, and then told me it. And because he could see that potential, it was like a tiny spark was lit inside of me. And I was like, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to this class. And I met friends in that class that I'm still friends with today. I have pictures from that first day. And one of the women who is in that room is one of our FitMe coaches. We've been connected this long. But what was crazy is that throughout the year that followed, did I lose 40 pounds? Yeah. Did I go from looking, overweight in pictures to looking smaller in pictures? Yes. There's before and afters. You can find them. I lost the weight. But what happened is I got the piece of me back that was missing. Because see, throughout the rest of the year, there was no magical light switch that flipped. It was just a spark that was nurtured from coaching, from community, from consistency, and from continuing to build on what I was doing, action. I was doing something by showing up to the class. And so then it started to logically follow that I wanted to get stronger so that I could do more things. And so then I started doing some strength training. I signed up for his strength training class. So I'd go to his boot camp class and then I would go to his strength training class. But then I was thinking to myself, well, I need to learn to eat better because I'm not eating right. And I would tell him what I was eating and he would make suggestions. It wasn't anything crazy. It was like, eat more protein, drink more water, stop eating out so much. Don't eat junk food all day. Let's eat real food. Why don't we learn how much food your body actually needs? And let's track it for a while. He gave me the basics that nobody had ever told me before. It was like I had gone 25 years of my life and no one had told me how to eat. And then all of a sudden, I was learning how to eat for the first time. And at the same time being challenged, in a regular way to condition my body. And then I did my own work. I started walking 3 or 4 times a week. I would meet people at the park and we would walk for hours. I'm talking like 2 hours. It would be hot. My kids would be a pain in the butt. I would have to drop somebody off at childcare, take the other one with me. Henry hated. He would complain. He would make a huge mess. I would bring my crazy labs, but we would walk. And I would walk a couple miles every day. It just became a part of what I was doing. And then by the end of the year, not only had I had that transformation for me, but I realized that this was what I was going to do for the rest of my professional life. I wanted to help people get that piece of them back. And so since then, that's what I've been doing. And I started as a personal trainer. I started my own boot camp class. I started coaching, weightlifting, CrossFit, all the things, classes at the gym. I became a nutrition coach. I started coaching nutrition. I coached nutrition at a high level, all sorts of people, doing all sorts of things. And then I realized that I wanted to, most of all, I wanted to coach people on the exact journey that I had made. The one where you go from not having that fit and healthy lifestyle to finally having it. That was the path that I wanted to take people on. I wanted to be a bridge and build a team of coaches who could be a bridge for people who wanted to get that piece of them, either get it back or find it for the first time. And then once you get to the other side of that bridge and you have that fit and healthy lifestyle, you can do anything you want with it. Then by all means, hire a coach to help you, do your first marathon or to get photo shoot ready or whatever. But I am interested in taking people from one side of the bridge to the other, the side where you have all of these things that are confusing, the beliefs that like you're stuck, you're always going to be that way, the beliefs that you need a fix, the beliefs that your body can't change and it's broken. I've been there. All those beliefs. I had all those beliefs. But once I was walked over that bridge with that coach, with the community, with the steady building on action instead of thinking about it, I didn't need the perfect time. I didn't need the perfect workout class. I didn't need the perfect price. I did not need any of those things. I did not need childcare or the perfect shoes or any of that. What I needed most to make that transformation was someone to see the potential in me and light that little spark, and then to give me a legitimate path to create the change I wanted. That is the problem that coach solved for me. Could I have done it on my own? Yes, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know that the things that I was thinking were not right. I had no idea. I didn't know how to eat better. Even if I Googled it, eat better, there's so much nonsense. I was so confused. And so he solved a legitimate, real problem in my life. I would have paid him. And think about what he gave me. Okay, I want you to think about this. And I'm not saying he gave it to me because I earned it, but I want you to think about this. I was stuck getting ready to spend the next however many decades of my life wasting time, obsessing about my weight, thinking about how much I disliked my body, hiding in pictures. I would have continued on that path. And instead, in 1 year, we made a transformation of, yes, physically, yes, health, but confidence, momentum, passion, belonging, friendship, community. He gave me something that was priceless. And if I look back now, 9 years later, and think about all of the people, all of the moments that I've gotten to have in my life, of feeling good in my skin, of sharing fitness and exercise with people, of getting to coach people, of getting to help them create that, of getting to create coaches, I would pay him. I can't even put a price on it, but if you could tell me then at the beginning of that year that this is what I would get, would $50,000 be too high? I don't think so. Think about it, a lifetime of potential. And so that's why I do what I do. That's why our FitMe team is so passionate about what we do, because we want to be the bridge for the people who are looking for it, who are confused, who are like, what the heck is wrong with me? We want to be the bridge and take you to the other side. And we have done it over and over and over again. We have taken people from feeling that stuck and can't do it place and taking them over, reteaching them how to eat, teaching them how to build momentum, progress after progress, little bits, little wins, accepting them for who they are, not asking them to be something that they're not, and then also launching leaders. Not only do we create transformations, but we create leaders. We create people who also have that itch, who are like, I want to help other people. That's a part of who I am. That's what we do in FitMe. And so I thought it was funny this morning because I was like, well, I've never really shared this origin story with you on my podcast. And now you know it. I know today was a little longer. It's normally like a 10 to 15 minute episode, but today it's longer. But I wanted you to know that I've been there, and I wanted you to know exactly what we do and why we do it. And so if you are listening to this and you're like, I'm stuck, I am that person, I need help, I want you to help me, Christy. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to fitmecommunity.com, and on the top bar is apply for coaching. All you have to do is take that first step and fill it out. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to know if everything's going to work out. You just have to fill that out, because what'll happen after that is I'm going to message you and we're going to set up a time to talk. And this is a no obligations phone call. This is just me, Coach Christy, talking to you, wanting to understand where you're at, what's going on, what's hard, what do you want, and listening to you so that I can understand what you need. And I will give you my 100% best coaching advice. If you are a fit for the FitMe program, I will tell you. I will say, we can help you. This is exactly how we're going to do it. If you aren't, I'm going to tell you that too. I'm not going to sell you something you don't need. I'm going to tell you, hey, this is what I recommend. Here's how you can do it on your own, or here is the place that I think you should go to get exactly what you need. So I'm going to refer you to what you need. So the thing is that filling out that application isn't the solution. It's just the first step in saying that you don't want to waste any more time. And so if that is you today, then go fill out the application so we can at least have a conversation. So thanks for plugging into Coffee Talk. I know today was a long one. I appreciate you so much listening. And let me know if this episode hit for you. If there was some piece of it that you related to, I want to know about it. So hit me back and let me know. Thanks for plugging in. If you're not a part of our Facebook group, go to Facebook and search FitMe Community and request to join the group. It's a great place to kind of get to know us, see what we're about, get started making some of those changes for you. And if you need anything, just let me know. I'm here for you. Talk to you soon. Bye.